Okay, well, there we go. Short a few technical difficulties, we're not going to have our preliminary opening bit, but we are at 11, so still technically it counts as being on time. With me tonight are our Master of Ceremonies and Hocus. Say hello to the fine people.
Hello, people, fine people, ugly people, all of you.
Hello, all the people. I am Master of Ceremonies, MC Maury McMaury. Great to be here.
Phenomenal. Well, I hope you guys have both been able to direct your attention to the stream because I have put together something of a multimedia presentation for you before tonight's events. Remember that game Evertale I told you about?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I actually compiled a
How could
couple
I
of the
forget?
ads as well as some of the both still image ads and the video ads that make no sense, that have nothing to do with the game. I didn't get all the ads. There's some ads I skipped that were just kind of glitchy. It does explore the summoning mechanic that I didn't know was present, that involves something with big titty anime girls. But yeah, it's
Nice.
ranked top 3 in 95 countries.
Oh, okay. I guess we're just making up
All right.
countries now.
I mean,
They
it
must
doesn't tell you
be.
which countries
Yeah.
or what it's top
You know,
3
I
in.
I made up a country one time. I was
Everybody.
making a world in Dungeons and Dragons, and I had to make up a country called Fetchington or something like that, where you get your fetch quests.
If I remember correctly, less than 95 countries doing access. Yeah, it's not too bad.
Using unforgettable characters.
Yeah, there's not even any monsters in that scene. It just could be any other thing. It makes no sense. But see, it's not just the absurd, advertising. Although there are some pretty absurd images, like let's see, one that I really like. Is it that one? No, it's not that one. But here's one: Journey into a compelling story. At least in this one, you still see the tall grass. That's vaguely Pokemon-like. But
Yeah.
yeah, we're not seeing. But the still images are nothing when you go
Hang on, hang
into.
on.
Hmm?
How much giants are these guys? They're bigger than the fucking trees.
Oh, that is
They're like
true.
way bigger than the trees.
That
Like,
is
what's going
true.
on here?
Well, I mean, the thing is, there is a certain element of eldritch horror that is present in the ads. So maybe it's just an example of non-Euclidean sprites.
Huh. I don't really
Yeah,
know what I'm looking at.
it just loops with that over and over again. Let's see. But there's
Uh,
more. That's just the beginning of the weird esoteric horror of Evertale ads.
Okay, so the graphics completely changed. What?
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Let's see. They're all very short. Here's another one that just goes purely into the realm of the surreal.
my question is, like, who greenlit this? You know what I mean?
What?
I mean, somebody did. Somebody thought it was a great idea. Oh, Hocus, this one. This one is about your idea last time about the Pokemon turning on the people and flipping the tables, so to speak.
All right.
My whole thing with that, okay, if the Pokemon is strong enough to take us, then you know what? They're strong enough to have us.
I mean, I feel like you just romanticized rape somehow, but but yeah.
Well, I never said the Pokemon can have us sexually. I meant like in victory, like in battle. You know, not that specific type of battle.
Well, how do you feel about the whole Master Ball situation? What if a Pokemon walks up to you? It doesn't prove itself at all. It just throws a Master Ball at you, and then you're its person.
Technically, that would be a
Yeah,
slave ball,
yeah.
but you would just have to succumb to it.
It should go both ways. You know.
I like how they call them
Like the
breeders
best-
in this game.
But I like how whichever thing, monster, whatever you want to call it, is over there on the boat, it's always freaking out and trying to get away.
Oh yeah, I mean, just to reiterate, none of these mechanics are available in the game. None of this is present in the actual game. Not a single thing.
Brilliant, man.
I like how they use like the same B-roll from others. Like,
Oh yeah, like any pay-to-win gacha game, they really do stretch the limits of recycling. Here's a good one. They even add a gacha for legendaries.
Legendary? Now, as a non-Pokemon, like, what is that?
name is Alpha. Its name is Omega. Okay, you already know what to do. Was that a noose?
Oh yeah, that was absolutely a news. I liked that one because, in keeping with the vein of D&D, when I saw that one, I was like, huh, yeah, that's another thing I've definitely done to y'all in D&D. And now we have Super Nintendo graphics all of a sudden.
Which I assume also aren't part of the game.
Oh yeah, no, none of
Is
this.
that
None
a
of this.
vagina? I've
What
never
part
seen
of
a
it? Is
vagina
it the
before.
upside down
Is
owl
that?
face, the tentacles? Like, she could have
Yes.
many vaginas.
Yes, all of it. All of it from the weird like thing spot on the where the belly button might be downward.
Oh, these are just,
You're like a 6-year-old who's never seen a vagina, and your older brother's like, that's what it looks like, exactly like that. Every woman.
the first time I saw one, it was in a magazine where they clearly preferred them a bit busted out.
It's got weird arrows. Yeah, it's telling you to go left or go right. But you see those teeth? Don't go there.
You always try to capture, never run.
If I was a gigantic monster, I'd certainly rest in front of a waterfall. That sounds really refreshing.
What are those 3 like weird red tentacle things? Oh, those are the vaginal duodengulas. You hit one of those, a baby comes out. It'll throw up a baby. Don't hit those.
One thing I particularly love, if I can find it in here. Oh yeah, this one. This is the one I found the most, recycled the most, was as much fun as a console RPG. Like, they really go out of their way to try and make you remember that this is as much fun as a console RPG.
Yeah,
Oh,
just keep
God.
saying it. You're right.
Let's see,
Well,
do
at
they
least we're
have
back to
more?
the still photos.
Go and grab do it. Just do it. Buy it. Consume, pig.
Oh wait, you have to pay for
Have
this
it.
game?
Have it. Just money. Have it.
A monster catching RPG masterpiece. There's more of
Huh.
the. Where is it? Yeah,
That
we're
dude's
here.
wearing. Oh, okay, that's the health bar. Yeah, that's not consistent at all. Now it's a card game.
Oh, it's everything. There's big titty anime girl summons. There's monster catching. There's some kind of open world experience.
I've
It's a
seen
whole
some
manner
pretty
of things.
shitty. Like those are probably the biggest ones I've seen so far from what you've shown me.
Oh man, I don't know. You know, I'm a simple man.
Yeah.
That's why I moved out here to Pacific Town, the Nipple Hut Village.
Yeah.
You should come
Simple
check out
man plays simple
Fetchingtonville.
money.
There's always work fetching something for somebody else.
Ah, yes, Upper Fetchington. I don't try to go into Lower Fetchington anymore because of all of the
Uh,
side quests.
Upper
Oh,
Fetchington's
you
fantastic
guys talk
because
about Upfay?
about what?
About Upfay?
We were joking around about a fake town I made in a D&D campaign. Nobody, we did, it didn't actually exist. Nobody made it to the town. The campaign exploded before we made it to there. But yeah, the idea was like that was the town. Like everybody wanted money to buy armor and blah 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 blah. And I was like, okay, you walk in, there's a town. It's called Fetchingtonville or so. It was something like that. It had the word fetching in there, and literally it was just going to be quests where we were going to waste time having everybody walk somewhere, talk to somebody, pick up a thing, bring it somewhere else, and then they'd get enough gold that they could go get the blacksmith to make them armor or whatever they wanted.
Yeah,
Right.
some podcasts have inside jokes about campaigns they've never done that only the cast members get. We have inside jokes to campaigns that haven't been done that even some of the cast members don't get. We are the cutting edge
Yeah.
of the cutting
Yeah.
edge.
I just thought
Well, I
the
mean,
Fetchington, the idea of a town name that kind of carried the idea of itself.
Oh well,
Like,
yeah. It's you go to Low Fetchington when you define the guys who smuggle the scuba doop. Yeah, the scuba doop. That's the drug stand in this game because we want the kids to have good values. And then you go to Mid Fetchington. That's where you find the tailors, the blacksmiths, the lower artisans, the guilds people, and then Upper Fetchington. That's where you find the nobles, the ownership class, the people who don't really bother with quests unless you're really good at Lower Fetchington or Upper Mid
exactly.
Fetchington, I guess.
yeah,
The
Lower
high
Fetchington is
class
where you go to
fetchers,
get the soup.
not the people who give the quest, the people who get the quest, the high class fetchers like to sit up at that top level and use like fishing reels, like the fishing rod, and they're fucking putting special lure on the end to catch the different things they're fetching for. Like, maybe it's like, oh, we need 20 hearts. And so they put like a little baggie of like crystal meth on the end of the lure and they throw it down into middle or lower Fetchington and catch a druggie, reel him up, take his heart, throw the body back down, finish their fetching quest. They do it the easiest, most efficient way possible.
For sure. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of an
Yeah, I dig it.
RPG. Huh?
I dig it. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of an RPG where I had to cut the heart out of a drug addict. I'm thinking maybe Elden Ring.
Out of a drug addict, I'm not sure, but I'm certain that in the Elder Scrolls series, you collect someone's heart at some point. I know at some point you have a Daedra's heart. I think it's in Skyrim. In your inventory, you'll have a Daedra's heart at some point, but I don't remember
Hmm.
what you use them for.
I don't know. I think there's something with the Dung Eater quest, but I really just don't want to dig too deep into what that might potentially be. There's just a lot of
Yeah.
blood.
You are running on water. Okay, not
I
anymore.
am. We're all running on water. The Earth is a water planet. Nasabasawesawa, protect the oceans and the whales.
One of us famously ran on water. Well, walked, but
I've seen videos where like I don't know if they're like Vietnamese or something like that, but like they're like they set out like a little bamboo mat out on the fucking water and then they run across it. Like
right.
it's thin. It's definitely not meant to like if you were trying to like stand on it, you would go right through it. It definitely can't hold your weight. But like they add enough like tension or whatever to the water or enough surface to area on the water that like if you run fast enough and in a certain way, you can move like keep your momentum and not sink.
I guess.
Seen people do that.
I'm not really down with it, but I'll pretend to be.
What region are you in right now?
Oh, I'm still in hoeing, tragically. Just hoeing around, doing hoeing
I got
activities with
stuck.
hoeing
I'm
tendencies.
I might have to fly to Sinnoh because I was at Cinnabar and I thought I had surfed, but I forgot that I skipped Sabrina.
You still
So
haven't.
I don't have surf. I totally forgot about her. I totally forgot about her. Like I'm about to fight Blaine and I skipped Sabrina.
Well,
So I'm gonna have to go back and fight her to get surf. I don't. I think I got surf from Sinnoh, so I could fly to Sinnoh and just use surf on my Pokemon over there. But
what the fuck?
I
Wait,
just thought
one
that
second. I've got like a cross between Mario Brothers and Dr. Robotnik just standing over there on the side. Do we know who these are, Hocus? Have they been vetted?
I don't see them. I'm looking on your screen right now. You're in the Pokemon Center.
Yeah, I'm looking right at them. They're staring at me with these dead fucking eyes. No
Oh
pupils, no
shit!
nothing. Look at them.
Red and green.
Yeah.
What is
Pull their
going on
pants down.
there?
See what they do.
Hmm. Can
Yeah,
I
you
take my
should pants
pants
both
off?
of them and see.
If they take it as a threat, they're from the south. If they take it like as a compliment, they're from the north. That'll tell you immediately.
It's okay. We don't have to worry. They're non-hostile. I can't pull their pants down because they're holding them up. Clearly, they've had someone pull this on them before, but the function has
No,
not
no,
been
no. You
implemented.
pull.
Look at the way that
No,
their
you
hands are drawn. You're correct.
you
They're
pull
holding
your
their
own
pants. Whoa! This function is not. Pantsing them is not an implemented function.
Yeah, I mean, look at that.
Not yet.
These men are
Not
Why
yet.
can't
unpantsable.
you pants yourself?
See what these people in the southern region of the Poke Center say. What do they think about these non-pantsable fellows?
I think it's
Like
bullshit, personally.
Hmm.
Nurse Joy looks uncomfortable. Look at her holding her hands.
Nurse Joy is always uncomfortable because of all the blood on her hands.
Nurse Joy.
She's being paid a lot
She's
to keep a
probably
lot of
killed
stuff
more
quiet.
Pokemon. She's probably killed more Pokemon than anyone's noticed.
Have you guys seen the conspiracy that they actually take your Pokemon to the Pokemon Center and they just give you other Pokemon and they just assume you won't know because they all look the same and all they can do is say their names?
That's
No, it's
exactly
not
what.
true because I was IV training my EV training my Pokemon, and they definitely gave me back the same Pokemon. I was like, these are not better than the ones I gave you. What the fuck?
It's an exact copy, and they use the one you gave them as meat in the cafeteria.
Oh, God.
They do it for the meat.
I bet they get off on it too, just watching us eat it, not knowing any better.
What would
Probably.
happen if they gave you a Pokemon that wasn't yours? It would have a different original trainer and number, and it would level up faster. And when it passed the level threshold, it would disobey you. So I don't
They
feel
can
like
Oh,
these nurses are doing any harm, really. They're probably helping you. If you
Hocus.
reach the point where your Pokemon is disobeying you, you should probably go beat a gym or two.
like you should be able to catch Pokemon in the wild, and you should be able to kidnap Pokemon from other trainers.
That would be a very interesting mechanic to add.
And then you can make money by like ransoming them. Yeah.
I could see people doing that in real life. Actually
For sure.
ransoming.
Pokemon, yeah, for sure.
That's true. Take the Pokemon back to the Safari Zone. Release them back into nature. Hasadasa Bisawa! Go be free! And you just sort of like throw a Bidoof out into the grass, and then a Scyther comes out and slices its head off and sucks its organs out.
I feel like
Yep,
a
yeah.
Bidoof would probably come back to you. I feel like a Bidoof would probably be like, I don't want to live in the wild. I want to fucking go back to the couch.
Of course, that's why Bidoofs are the perfect HM pigs. They're like eunuchs. They know that if the regime falls, that they will fall with it because they are incomplete, and so they are ever loyal until the bitter end to El Jefe. What have we here?
El Jefe.
Kyle
Never seen
Hefe.
this cave
Yeah.
before. Is there going to be a giant monster made out of vaginas that tries to get me to hang myself? What?
I
This
mean,
wow.
Sounds right.
This smacks of Evertale. The door is locked. And then it turns into like a shape of my father and says, "You know what to do. The real door is inside of you." And it gives me a knife, and you know what the key is.
Freedom?
your penis. Your heart? Was it your heart? Oh, fuck, it was his heart.
Yeah, but not one of
Hope
those figurative like, oh, the power was inside of you, it's friendship or whatever. No, it's literally like straight up old Aztec religion. Cut your heart out, save the crops.
so it isn't Hoki's penis.
I mean,
Unfortunately.
some people would, I guess, rather lose their penis than their heart. Some would rather lose their heart than their penis. Which would you prefer?
I'll
Ethan,
keep both. Thank you.
Oh yeah, no,
I
no,
thought
no, no.
they were
I'm
the
not. I'm
same
not.
thing.
Yeah, I realized that was no. We're just doing a would you rather. If you had to, let's say, you'll still be alive in either situation, but you have to give up your heart and have it replaced with a mechanical heart, or you have to give up your dick and have it replaced with a mechanical dick.
Oh, my heart for sure.
Yeah, definitely the heart.
Okay, but like,
Yeah.
what if it's not cutting edge? What if it's like a shitty pacemaker, but you get the Omega dick? Like, no one
Well,
could ever say no because it would just be the ride of their life.
well, for starters, people can always say no. That's always acceptable. And
Uh,
second off,
if we learned
um,
anything from
You're like,
COVID,
do
if
you
you
want
say
me
no,
to
you're a
stop? And
terrorist.
you're like, do you
nobody,
want me to
no,
stop? And they're like, no, 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 never, don't stop ever. Like,
yeah.
damn.
Nobody said my heart was that great. So
That's true. I guess that's not really a good would you rather situation because
you can't overturn foreign governments with your heart, but you can
true.
overturn first ladies with
My
your
heart's
penis.
been shattered so many times. A shitty pacemaker might function better.
the broken heart, the forlorn, heart
Broken heart,
pressed,
broken mind,
trying to figure out
intact.
how to get under the sea.
Under the sea,
Under
under
the
the
sea.
sea, no one is looking. Under the sea.
We may have taught you how to dive, but we didn't teach you how to stay alive. Now you are drowning. Your body is floating down in the sea, down in the sea.
Yikes. That didn't even go like I thought it was gonna go.
I
It
mean,
happens now. The
dive.
ocean is dangerous.
That's the thing. Dive doesn't give you water breathing, so the Pokemon just dives into the water. But
Like a
Right, it teaches
hero.
them how to dive, not how to. Yeah, makes sense.
I guess with fly too. Like I'm just flying around with a little Starly.
That's what she said.
Hey, you. How much you got on you? I'm flying around with a little Starly.
Yeah. Hey, you know a safe place to pull off the road? I'm flying around with a little Starling.
Gonna show you why they call me Moon Pig.
It sounds so bad. Flying around with a little starling. It sounds like you're doing something really bad. Like a federal offense.
Like an old beat poet, I had a little Stolly in my pocket, and she was giving me the oglies.
Yeah. I mean, that's at least one felony,
Just for saying it.
Yeah.
Not yet. They haven't constitutionally amended offending people to become a felony yet. Give it 5 years.
5? It's not that long. Come on, America, we can do it. If we all hold our breath together, we will all pass away at the same-ish time, and then the world will become a better place.
They just put trees in front of this door. These people live in a city in a cave that you can only access by swimming under the sea and then getting to them through this tunnel. So I guess their entire method of travel involves Pokemon, to say nothing of how they get anything through the supply chain here. Uh, Hoenn is just leaving me with nothing but questions, honestly. Who's running this show?
Well, what do you think's gonna happen when you go Hoenn?
It's the new Spider-Man movie, No Way Hoenn. Got it.
Yep.
That would actually be so.
Lab.
So Spider-Man loses his spider powers, but Annie M has cancer, and the only way that we could is it Annie M?
Aunt May. Yeah.
Aunt May. Okay, who's Annie M? Is that Wizard of Oz? I always get Spider-Man and Wizard of Oz confused.
I don't know. It's
Somehow I
all
think this is okay. I'm all right with you confusing those two. I think this leads for better endings.
That would be kind of fun, just going to some sort of Comic-Con and being like, "Oh yeah. I loved it. That song Somewhere Over the Rainbow that Spider-Man sings." What the shit is this? See, this is some Evertale shit
Right
right
after he
here.
drops the house on the green lady. The Green Goblin.
Spider-Man brings the suit to his grandma, who's flying around in that green suit.
Spider-Man has to drop a house on the Green Goblin to get back to Kansas.
Spider-Man's trying to save that little girl in the rain, and then he gets sick, and then his grandma brings him some potato soup.
The Green Goblin did nothing wrong. In fact, he was justified.
I think his name should have been Goblin Green.
I'm just gobbling those greens.
Yeah, Goblin Green.
He just creates an elaborate plan while he will introduce marijuana into American society to slowly but surely degrade the population, giving them all schizophrenia and dopamine resistance.
For sure.
Speaking of, I think it's time to degrade this.
Oh, I wasn't
Everything.
discouraging, If anything, by all means, load 5 bowls of funny.
We only load bowls with soup. Here
It's
at the
like-
Salvation Army, we don't look at the things you bring in and then take 50% of them home. But we will write you a tax break receipt situation thing if you bring us a television. Salvation Army, come here to be safe.
Salvation Army. If you're shopping here, then you don't really need us.
Is that
I
true?
guess it's not true. I guess it's not true. I don't know. I guess it goes both ways.
I mean, they definitely play it loosey-goosey, to be sure.
That's true. Have you been to a Salvation Army lately? It's a goddamned war zone.
No, I haven't. Please enlighten me.
Mine looks like after the war zone. The one across the street from where I live looks like after the war zone.
I went to one upstate. It's crazy. It's like fucking people fighting each other to grab shit. Like I walked in with my friend and he grabbed a hockey stick and I was like, "Do you need a hockey stick?" He's like, "No, this is to fight people off." Like, holy
What?
shit.
They have shopping
Yeah.
carts and hockey sticks at the entrance of the store.
Available at the front.
And where was this at? I want to know so I can go throw up a seat in the parking lot and watch the show.
I'll let you know off air. We don't
So
want like
great.
our thousands of listeners to go out and rush the place
That's true.
out of curiosity.
We have to think about the sanctity of Salvation Army.
Yeah, that's
Suddenly,
true.
people stop
I was thinking of
tailgating at
Goodwill.
football
I just
games.
realized
People start tailgating at Salvation Armies to watch these Salvation Army fights.
I don't think you can shop at the Salvation Army. I was actually thinking of Goodwill.
You could there's oh, is it not the same thing? You might be right. I might
No,
have
I
been
don't
thinking of the wrong thing.
It's Salvation Army adjacent.
Yeah, yeah. I find the name contradictory. How can an army bring salvation? An army brings death.
I mean, what if it was an army of blowjob giving hookers, and that's all they do. They don't even know how to talk. All they do is blowjobs.
Oh yes, the BJ Brigade.
You're like, we're
That's
trying to
horrible.
relate on an intellectual level, and they're like, it's
Let's
like,
hear it for our buddies in
Horrible.
blue, landing on the front lines to service our men. Listerine in their pockets and smiles on their faces. Ready to
That's
get down on their
terrible.
knees and serve Uncle Sam.
save Uncle Sam.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Have you guys heard of Danger 5?
I love Danger 5.
I'm
I just
unfamiliar.
I just started watching. I can only find season 2 because it's like a fucking underground secret thing.
Oh,
But
season 2
I
is
just
not the best
started watching
one.
it. Say what?
I would say I'm just sad because you're being deprived. Season 1 was the best one.
I'll try to find it. But what I've seen of season 2 is just fucking ridiculous.
That's the one where it's in the 80s and Hitler's back in high school, right?
I believe, yeah.
See, in the first one, it's like set during World War II, and they're a international team of assassins and what have you who are assembled with one mission and one mission only: to kill Hitler.
Right. Nice.
All right.
They have that running bit that I thought was very funny, where there's, of course, because it's set in the 60s, there's a woman who uh, is actually very competent and very capable, but they absolutely refuse to listen to her. And because of that, they fail to capture Hitler in the very first episode because they
Of
refuse
course.
to
Yeah, of
listen to
course.
her.
That's amazing.
And then people are like, oh, that's
I've been
sexist. And
rewatching.
it's like, well, no, the whole joke is that if they listened to her, they would have won. Like, that's.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the whole. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I've been rewatching Car 54. Where are you? And she got fucking slaps, man.
Car 54, where are you?
Yeah, it's an old ass TV show. Um, it's the guy from the Munsters, dad, um, and then another guy that are police officers. It's honestly very funny though. I've been really enjoying. I mean, it's a bit dated, but I've been really enjoying it.
I mean, I'm fine with dated things. I've reached a point where I can stomach the hokiness of dated things much more than I can stomach the soullessness of contemporary things.
Hey, hey, hey! No, I mean, let's be nice. Hocus is right here.
It's true, but only in spirit
I'm
or
sure Hocus has a
Oh
electronically,
no,
soul.
whatever.
no, you're here physically too.
I amended it. I said electronically.
Yeah, exactly. I put it onto a zip disk and it's in my closet
That's true. Yeah,
for safekeeping.
He's a jerk, and
I'm
he puts
looking.
me on the magnet rail for his magnetic maglev train.
Oh, you love trains.
Well, who doesn't? I mean,
Oh god, I'm back here again with these Dr. Robotniks. Player 1 and Player 2 are God, what? God, what? Because these had to be present in whatever Pokemon Sapphire, Emerald, whatever remake this is. Who the fuck are these guys? What are they doing?
What what town are you in?
Lily
What is-
Cove.
Lily Cove. Ugh.
I believe it's in the northeastern corner. I
I
just
believe that was my nickname in college for a while.
What was that?
Lily Cove?
Why Lilyco?
Dude.
Oh, it's just I look like a Lily Cove.
You just got that look to you.
Yeah, just look like a cove for the lilies.
I'm gonna have to actually just look up the walkthrough again. God, this is just normally with Pokemon it's a straight line that goes in a circle, but this one is just God, I have no idea.
A straight circle that goes in a line.
Yeah, I know. It's because every single Pokemon game since the very beginning follows a set formula, and that's kind of the beauty of it, in a way. Um, but one of those is that you essentially travel the world map, and there's a certain amount of backtracking. But this one is you can more or less just deduce where you need to go and what you need to do. But this one is just oh, okay, I need to go to Route 128. That's where is that? Interesting. Okay. We're going back to
Sounds
the Nipple Hut
vaguely
Village. Wow.
sexual.
A lot of
On
people like this village.
submarine.
That's what she said.
I mean, maybe, oh God. I'm sorry, I've been accosted by twins.
Is it the guys you were asking me about? Because I'm trying to figure out what they're supposed to be doing.
Oh no, they just stare at me every time I go into the Pokemon Center, just informing me that none of their functions have been implemented. I mean, I assume that means that they're non-hostile, or at the very least non-functional for now. Once they're activated, who knows?
They're saying like you can get your lottery tickets there, or Pecha Berry. You can get TM44, which is sleep.
Huh.
What is it? Rest? Maybe they mean rest. I've never heard of sleep.
That's like the Pokemon. All that needs is a penis pill, and it would be the Pokemon equivalent of a gas station convenience store.
You can get a cleanse tag in the town somewhere,
Like instead of
or
X
Did I,
sorry,
attack
on
or
the
X
route.
speed, it's like X girth, extends.
did I tell you guys? Okay. Did I tell you guys that I figured out how to make new Pokemon? Like
Oh
I figured out how to
yes.
make a generic Pokemon, a blank Pokemon that can then build itself randomly from that point forward.
Huh.
I think that's how one of the movies started.
Well, then fuck that movie.
Yeah, that movie is no longer canon. We're
Yep,
removing it completely.
Very well.
yep. Fire the cannons directly at that movie.
That's good. I want to be 5 times as ruthless as the Disney Corporation.
Yes,
It's the only way to be.
seven times as sexy.
What is Disney's sex
Not six,
appeal?
seven. Disney sex appeal. I'd say it's a solid 3 to 4.
Because I've always like that's the thing with like Jonas Brothers or whatever sitcoms they're marketing and people talking about all this stuff. It's pretty obvious looking at it now that the Disney Corporation is very interested in making your children genderless, hormone-addled slaves of the corporate state and just completely destroying your family. That's to be sure. But the Disney Corporation, outside of Walt Disney, has always been just deeply satanic and evil. Walt Disney was like literally the one good guy in that mix. Um, the but yeah, it's I just don't understand the sex appeal, because even in that situation, I always thought of Disney as evil but sexless. Like a
Hmm.
genderless badger that just wants to turn people into money, which I guess is
Yeah.
technically the trans thing too. It's just getting people hooked on hormones or like psychiatric pills or something. Not the trans thing specifically, but the co-optation of it. God, it's so tedious to have to like constantly clarify.
Well,
You
that's
know
what
what I
she
mean.
said.
I I have news on something we were previously talking about.
Oh, good,
Those people in
because
that Poke Center. I think that there are Poke Center ladies, Pokemon Center ladies.
oh God, Hocus,
There's,
are you killing me? I'm sitting here talking about. I bring up the whole trans thing, and then I try to redirect, and now you're telling me that the Mario, Luigi, Doctor Robotniks are women, and I'm fighting a
yeah,
female Pokemon that has glow in the dark testicles. I wasn't prepared for this.
Oh, you're fighting a jinx?
Oh God, no, God, those puckered fucking. It was like a prolapsed anus just trying to come in to give me a kiss.
Well, I mean, to be fair, lots of things look like that.
Do they?
I mean, I can think of at least four.
I mean, I've only seen one prolapsed anus, and it was on a very disturbing documentary.
Yeah.
hope it was educational.
It made me definitely not want to do anything that could prolapse my anus. That's for sure.
That sounds pretty educational.
All right, there's a bikini girl somewhere. I'm supposed to dive in a hole next to her. Not you. Oh my God, you guys! This guy's fighting me. It's because he wants to date me.
Probably. I mean, you're the most
Probably.
attractive Pokemon trainer in your game.
I'm going
Well,
to
I don't know if
change
I go
that.
that far. You're all right.
Yeah,
You're
I
right.
feel like I'm a solid 6.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hot enough to
Yeah,
fuck,
you're all
but I'm definitely gonna have to
right.
have
You're
some
not gonna
personality
ditch
and
it, but
charm in the
you're all
mix.
right. That's one of the best things to say to someone. You're all right. But it means nothing.
You're decent. You're passable, adequate.
You were
Yeah.
better in your younger days.
That could be anything. Could be like decent or all right. Yeah.
Many a day I start my morning by brushing my teeth, splashing my face with water, and looking in the mirror and saying, "Yes, sufficient."
Yeah. That'll
Yeah,
do. Yeah.
I'm adequate. I'm sufficient, and gosh darn it, people tolerate me.
Yep.
okay, Sabrina's had psychic powers since she was a child.
I love that
Now
you're still
shut
on
up and give me
Sabrina.
your badge. I just went back to her. I don't know why I kept forgetting that I hadn't beat her yet.
Oh, they all keep crawling back to her. She knows.
Fucking Mr. Mime. Let's hit him with a
She
crunch. Oh shit, he had a side beam. It almost did something. I think we can survive another side beam.
Hmm. Once again, my failure to look for directions is my Waterloo.
once again foiled by your own lack of preparation.
That's true. I was too busy trying
Whoa.
to prepare this hard-hitting Evertale content. Ugh, this is Route
Well, was it worth
127.
it? Was it
You
worth it?
can't win them all, but you definitely should have won that one. Womp womp.
Waterloo, baby, I keep coming back to you.
So how serious are you feeling about playing Evertale?
I mean, I might do it. I haven't actually I've looked at it, but every time I've looked at it, it requires me to spend money on it. I'm just like, oh no, not after giving
Yeah.
me that gigantic bait and switch.
I feel you.
Like, if you take someone home with you and they aren't who they said they were, you don't necessarily attack them, but you don't exactly call them the next day either.
Right. Right. You just mop up the blood and hide the body. Exactly. Yeah.
I would never. Of course, I actually probably wouldn't get
Sorry.
duped by a troon either.
Sorry. I didn't mean to call you out there, Jasper.
Oh, you know me, always getting duped by troons.
We all have our weaknesses.
I make out with them, and then the lights come on, and I'm just like, a penis? A vagina? But you said you were the other thing. Oh, you tiny teen racers, I'll get you next time.
I always figured you more like a Ned Flanders, that you'd be like, well, everybody gets one.
Well, diddly doodly, I've been with the doodly.
I view you more as a homer. Like, fuck off.
Oh god, there was someone posted on Twitter, and it was just like this joke about Homer being fat, but then I saw the weight that they had listed for him, and I was like, oh god, that's like the weight of Louis C.K. That's
Yeah, it's the
that's
average weight now.
what was considered comically out of shape in the 90s is now just like normal.
Every day. Yeah, it's
In
now
the
like lost 40 pounds.
in the
Exactly. Yeah.
90s, the thought of a 300-pound man was considered something comedic and hyperbolic.
Right.
Fred Flintstone.
One of my favorite Simpsons bits. Okay, I've never been the biggest fan of the Simpsons, but I mean it's one of the few shows that like has been around as long as I've been alive. You know what I mean? So obviously I've
Yeah.
seen it, over the years, and some of it really is well done. And my favorite, one of my favorite Simpsons bits is Flanders saves Homer from like a house fire, and Homer like comes to and realizes that he's been like saved by Flanders. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I'm just summing it up here. But Homer looks at Flanders, realizes that he's been rescued by him, and he says, "Flanders, you saved me. Why?" or something to that effect. And Flanders said, "Well, I mean, it's no big deal. You do the same thing for me, essentially." And so Homer thinks about what he would do if Flanders was dying in a house fire, and in his fantasy, he's sitting in a hammock, sipping an alcoholic drink and laughing and watching him burn.
Well, maybe Ned Flanders should just step aside, go his own way.
Right.
Let
It's
Homer
just so
Simpson,
good.
figure out his own shit next time he gets caught in a weed thresher.
Right. God, that shit's funny. Ugh. Stupid, sexy Flanders.
Flanders. Yeah, he was. Fuck. What was his wife's name before? Damn, I can't remember her name right now.
I can't remember either. The one that dies because of Homer. Yeah.
I want to say her name was like Maud or something like that, but
Yeah. It was something. I don't think it was. It was something like that. Like maybe Mauve. Like it was something. I don't know if it was quite Maud, but it might have been. I'm not sure.
Maud Flanders. I don't know.
That sounds right.
Right? It was a name like that. It was. It was.
Right. Murray.
I
I
remember
bet
her
it was
being
Murray
extremely
Flanders.
ordinary.
I'm going with Murray. His wife, Murray Flanders.
Murray Flanders. I love it. Like Bill Murray.
That's right. His wife, Bill Murray Flanders.
Bill Murray Flanders.
Honestly, the way the
You
show
don't
was
know
written,
love. You don't know love until you've had Bill Murray Flanders gently caress you and put their tongue down your throat.
Ugh. I don't know if I want to know love.
you don't want to know what you don't want to know what love is.
I don't know if I want Maud Flanders to, or Bill Murray Flanders to show
Bill
me.
Murray Flanders, Flanders' wife.
Hey, he deserves it. You wouldn't. Okay, you're telling me that you wouldn't just out of like if Bill Murray just appeared right now, you wouldn't feel like I mean, if you're gonna give anyone credit for the good Ghostbusters, nah, I guess that
I
would
mean,
be a lot of work.
I've never been the biggest Ghostbusters fan. It was fine, you know.
I mean, have you seen the first one?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I was just like, if you'd
I
only
didn't.
seen
I'm not just
Ghostbusters
talking about.
2016, we'd have to stop this right now and just watch that.
Yeah, I'm not just
Even
talking about
even
the
if we
kids.
get sued.
Well, that's the thing. Lots of people were like, you can't hate the new Ghostbusters because that's offensive. And it's like, if I hated it because it was just a female cast, then that would be sexist. That movie sucked. And it's full of a lot of like female performers that I think are funny. So I wasn't necessarily expecting it to suck. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did. Like, but I didn't even approach it like, oh, it's gonna suck. Like, nah, I figured it'd be fine.
Oh, mind. Where do I get surf? I'm gonna punch someone in the face. Sabrina gave me calm mind. I don't know what this is about. This is racism. She fucking has a problem with my handlebar mustache.
Oh my god, I cannot stand prejudice in this day and age.
Especially in a Pokemon game. It's like there's a fucking 151 different ones in the first game. Like
Let's
if
face
we're
it,
going to be
okay?
about prejudice, we're not going to get anywhere.
At least a third of the people that play Pokemon or have played Pokemon have handlebar mustaches. It's just the truth.
And that's a
I'm not
genderless statement right there.
I'm not pulling stats out of my ass here. This is fucking science. Right?
I don't know. You can pull a little sass out of your ass.
Well, yeah, that's science.
That's what we cut.
Did I ever tell you about pussy tinsel?
No.
I mean, I feel like I've been there a few times, and I've been really good.
Well, sorry, just the idea of pulling sass out of your ass. How about pulling a sash out of your gash?
Both sound painful.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
Yeah, so this performance art night at one of my favorite hipster venues, um, we we were having a Christmas themed night where everyone was essentially doing their own Christmas themed celebration, and of course, the first guy who really caused a scene did what I call baby shit nativity, where he just had a container of fermented baby diapers that he had gotten from, I guess, his sister had just had a kid or something. And he had just collected all of these bags of baby diapers. And then while playing this really harsh, grainy Christmas music, he then proceeded to smear baby shit on this nativity as he set it up. Everyone just had to start leaving because the smell was just so overwhelming and terrible that everyone just took a 20-minute smoke break. And in fact, they had to shut down the venue for about that much time in order to get the stench out. But then after that, there was this one chick, again, your bombshell, OnlyFans streamer type, a very attractive, beautiful woman, uh, deeply mentally ill. She went up on stage, dressed up like some old-fashioned, old-timey Germanic Santa Claus, and we hear this audio of like a howling wind on a cold hinterland night, and she just starts going, ah, ah, ah. And I'm like, okay, I'm not really sure what to make of this, but I'm gonna stick around and see how it goes. Um, she then takes the jacket off, revealing that she was only wearing the Mrs. Claus Santa jacket and was completely naked underneath, with like a little bit of dangly bit underneath her. But at first I thought it was because it had been a while since I had seen anyone naked in any way, so I kind of forgot what it looks like. Um, but I was like, I'm pretty sure nothing grows down there in that particular direction. Well, it turns out she had actually taken an entire length of Christmas tinsel and shoved it up inside of her.
Well,
And
That
then
was
she
part of the
pretended,
performance art.
oh yeah, she proceeded to just basically drop trow and then pull it out of herself.
see, why
Uh,
pants though? Like, why not leave your pants up and have it be like a magic trick? Like, where's all this tinsel coming from? You know what I mean?
Hey, yeah, exactly. MC Maury McMaury, we starve for our art, but do we sterilize ourselves for it?
I mean, look, they could
Yeah.
have. It just there's a time and a place for everything. Like you don't go to Bill Gates' house and do that because Bill Gates would be like, I have cleaner ways of getting this or whatever. Blah blah blah. Who cares? He's got money.
Well,
You
this
fucking
way.
take this lady. You take this lady to like the cheap smoky billiards bar like that's in the back alley that nobody goes to because it's like so run down, disgusting. Like she helps those people out. She saves their Christmas. There's a time and a place. She's a hero there. But if you take her to a fucking like high class place, like people are gonna be like, "Oh God, let's get out of here."
That is true. They'll just smell the hooker. You can't.
I think
Pretty Woman gave us unrealistic expectations of the kinds of establishments that would just accept you bringing a hooker around.
that's true. That is true.
Fortunately,
Even IHOP doesn't like that shit.
I
Then you are
mean,
going to the
unless it's
wrong
New
IHOPs.
Year's. Yeah, especially on New Year's, they're pretty willing to have no rules.
I'm sorry, but
Well,
Candy is a high class woman. I'm not going to take her to Waffle House.
What do you mean get her dollar pancakes at Jack in the Box?
She's not a hooker. She's an escort. I have to pay her like a lady.
Wait, no, she is a hooker. I can't afford the dollar pancakes. I spent every bit on on
and
the
remember,
motel.
if you get pulled over, she's not a hooker. She's your sister, right?
Exactly. And we're
What do
just going to
you?
go film a segment for her OnlyFans.
That's exactly it. Yeah. Like as your brother, she gave you the job as the boom mic operator.
Exactly. I made a swear, a solemn oath to God, my country, and the three guys who jerk off to my sister.
Yep. Yep. They pay the rent.
They contribute
Hey,
$3.50 a month to the groceries.
well, that's what 10.50.
I mean, after 2 months, three really. Oh, I see. If all three of them contributed that a month, we should have charged that. That would have been a better rate. I told her to negotiate a better contract.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the problem with going freelance is you really have to research the field you're breaking into.
I don't know. I wanted to make a joke about how we're just completely making this irrelevant with OnlyFans references and the story about my sister, but I'm also trying to navigate a series of wide open tunnels with innavigable water flows, so maybe
Yeah.
it's fitting.
Yeah. Yeah. Your sister's kind of a jerk too.
I mean, it's not her fault.
It is.
She's
She's
always
a
just
bad.
kind of been a shrew ever since my brother killed her and absorbed her in the womb.
Well, she's just kind of a bully. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
What's amazing is that she had a sword and he was unarmed and he still won.
that's because he has
Yeah.
the heart of a Ronin.
Yep.
How did
Yep.
he do that? From within the womb, he got his hands on the heart of a Roman. That's fucking crazy.
Oh no, I mean, you know how it happens when there's like twins and one of them dies and then the other baby just kind of absorbs them and becomes a superhero. That's actually how you get them.
I assume that plays out kind of like making a character in a JRPG.
It's like any Elder Scrolls where you start in prison.
Right.
Yeah, what kind of prison do you think we're going to start off in the next Elder Scrolls?
Hmm.
They've kind of written
Maybe
themselves into a hole.
cell. Maybe just a cell, one single cell, your cell, that's just like spiraling through space alone, and you wash up on some randomly generated planet.
Welcome to Elder Scrolls 8. We have no prisons and no magic.
Elder Scrolls 8, No Man's Sky.
Yeah. Elder Scrolls 8, the last one, if there's no prisons and magic.
I think by the time they reach Elder Scrolls 8, there won't even be a game. It'll just be a direct dopamine drip that goes into you. And it'll just be, they'll gauge out the exact amount of time it would take to complete a side quest, and then, boop, there's a hit.
Hell yeah.
Hmm.
Oh no. God, Breloom is the worst. You'd think when they introduced a grass fighting, they would be like, "Oh, this is cool. We're gonna really shake things up with this." Nope.
What about for because doesn't he like learn false swipe and spore
Oh
as
yeah,
like
he's handy for
level up?
that, but I wanted to use him as my dedicated grass type. Well, shit, that ended the conversation.
Sorry,
No, it's
I'm in
fine.
the
It was
Safari
entirely
Zone
my
and I was
fault.
trying to figure something out. The rest house. What the heck? Why would I need a rest? There's no fighting in the Safari Zone.
Oh, hey, it's Sharpedo.
Oh Lord, be careful.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna
Hide your
hit it.
kids, hide your wife.
Somebody pull up the watch list.
Mostly just hide your students.
Hide your
Fuck the
Sharknado.
students. They need to learn the hard way.
Not that. No, not that hard. Not that way.
Not that hard.
Gah. Someone, whatever criminal organization figures out that like the secret to Pokemon victory is diversity and not motifs when designing teams, will probably just take over the entire planet. This is why no one's taken over the GPG yet.
Yeah. Yeah. When we take over the GPG, it's going to be quite the show. I hope you know.
Oh no, it's going to
Or
be one of those things like Game of Thrones where I just go mad with power and just start destroying things wantonly, and then you'll have to stop me. And then one of my Pokemon, through its keen understanding of geopolitics and symbolism, will, melt the championship title and the emblem of the one world government.
I'm sorry, it'll be quite this experience.
quite the experience. God, Game of Thrones was so shitty. Like, I don't know. You guys watched it? Did you guys watch Game of Thrones?
No, no,
Oh
but I
man,
got bombarded by it enough that I feel like whatever you say, I'd understand it.
it was
Watch it enough to party.
oh man, at the very end, there's a bit where Daenerys, the dragon chick, is walking out, and there's a scene where the dragon that she has that's left alive just swoops out behind her and unfurls its wings and flies out. And for a split second, it looks like the wings are coming out of her. And I just shouted out loud, "Oh fuck you! It's a
Yeah.
metaphor."
Or season 92 of Game of Thrones, where she does become a dragon.
Season 92 of Game of Thrones would just be the entire show reduced to nothing but that 5-minute segment where the two showrunners just suck each other's dick. It would just be an hour and a half of
Oh,
It,
that.
they got to do it like Heroes,
I
though.
was
They got
gonna
to do it
say
like Heroes, where they go back
all
in time and do it over again. But this time, one of them has a mohawk, and then they do it over again. Except this time, one of them's bald, and then they do it again. Except this time, both of them have really long hair, and then they do it again. Except this time, one of them owns a dog. I don't know.
I don't know. I
yeah,
don't
and
listen
then
to
what
hip
if
hop.
one time one of them was really ugly?
This cave you're in, Jasper, reminds me a lot of Legend of Zelda. That does not look like a Pokemon cave to me. That looks like a Legend of Zelda puzzle.
I mean, they just get desperate sometimes.
Yeah. Twofer.
God, is this another bathhouse? Oh God. Hocus, I think it's the legendary Pokemon. They're gonna try to make it into a bathhouse.
Uh,
That's,
remember this one
that's
has
dirty.
weakness to psychic damage, so make sure to insult it. Tell it that its nipples are funny shaped or something. Oh no, not its nipples.
Tell it
You're not allowed to show nipples on Twitch. My bad.
You're not?
tell it its mother went into
No.
the because of its birth, and now do it.
Do it. Do it. Change the world. Be a hero.
I'm sorry, I'm just so relieved that this time the fish Pokemon with the glowing testicles on its head is a male.
Was it a female before?
Yes, and of course I was just stricken to the core. I was paralyzed. I was unable to do anything except, use Earthquake.
You will survive.
You used earthquake. Everyone cried.
You guys ever see that statistic that was like if the power grid ever went down, only 1 in 10 out of every 10 Americans would be alive by the end of that year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You-
any diabetics that need insulin or any medication that needs to be refrigerated. People who can't like move towards an area where like you have colder temperatures that won't denature the chemicals in the medication will die.
People who argue with other people on social media, they'd start arguing with people in real life and they'd get killed. Yeah.
Probably.
I can see it. Yeah.
Bullets only hurt you if you're guilty.
What is this, a witch trial? We are going to load this bullet. We're going to put one bullet into this gun and we're going to spin the chamber. If you're innocent, then God will make sure that the unloaded chamber is the one that is there. If the bullet strikes you, then you are a witch.
For real? No, I'm just practicing. Witch.
It is always funny that people always like to tell that story
Bullet
that
misses
the
you or also
what?
just not a good witch. If the bullet misses you, then you are also a witch.
Well, you know what's funny? We have all these plays and stories about the witch trials, and it's always cast as sort of this patriarchal, um, you know, society lashing out at powerful women type of thing, where uh, it was all a bunch of women who were just practicing science. They were medicine women, and they were accused by these evil men who probably just wanted to date them. But in reality, it was a bunch of women accusing each other of being witches.
I mean, nothing gets rid of a woman faster than a witch trial.
Like, instead of it
What
being like,
about
you're a
men?
witch, no, I'm just trying to use science to help people.
Men can't be victims in witch trials. Men are victims in warlock trials. And don't tell me it's not fair that warlock sounds cooler than witch does. I don't want to hear any of that.
It does, though, a little bit. You'd rather be a
It might
witch?
be me, but I'm hearing robot voice. Yeah, drama spaz. Whenever you're talking, I'm hearing like a lot of robot voice and choppiness.
It's
Let
fine.
me.
It's just the
I'm gonna
deep
leave
state trying to
Discord
sabotage us.
I'm gonna leave Discord and rejoin and see if it was on my end.
I'll definitely need to figure out some better system for everyone. Hopefully, by the unfortunately, I spent a bit too much time preparing our multimedia presentation of Evertale.
My connection isn't too great where I am.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, you're communing with nature. It's fine.
Nature wants to be on the stream.
Yes, we're thinking about
I'm
beginning a
rolling
compound.
Yeah.
And
For
MC
sure.
Maury McMaury is just scoping out some farmland in the middle of America for us to begin our organic homestead, where we will plant heirloom seeds and do nothing untoward.
Yeah.
It appears that they've activated the weather machine. CERN's been turned on,
Uh-oh.
and it's raining.
Everybody duck. Everybody
What's up?
duck.
Well, you heard him, guys. We're off to the cave, the Sootopolis, that is in a cave for some reason.
Yes.
Oh wow, these guys are fighting
Really?
inside the city. That's going to destroy their property value. They're just straight up going kaiju in this one. Gojira!
Ooh, they're fighting each other. You're right. Wow. I didn't know they fought each other. I thought you beat both of the Pokemon gods or whatever. And
Oh yeah. Well, they say
Caught.
best to just wait here and let them sort that out themselves, right? Dun, dun,
I
dun,
mean,
dun, 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 dun,
it's a pretty
Yeah,
dun,
typical
dun.
bad guy strategy. Let them weaken each other and then jump in and sweep it all up.
Well, yeah, of course. I'm stepping aside. I'm going to let them clean it up.
Whoa. I never used a female Nidoran, but this one has 30 for attack, 25 for defense, 21 for special defense, 22 for special defense, and 30 for speed.
Oh yeah, dude, Nidoqueens are awesome.
Poison point. But what are they ground also? I forget what they are.
I thought they were poison.
Yeah, the primary stat's poison, but
Uh,
I think they have a second typing because Nidoking, I believe, is ground poison, which doesn't necessarily help because being ground doesn't like give it any immunity to ground type attacks, which gets super effective on poison. And what else is there? Psychic is super effective on poison.
oh yeah, it is. Yes.
So I really don't see that he has like any poison and ground doesn't necessarily give a good combo.
All right, Elon Musk, what do we do?
Hold on, hold on, Elon Musk says hold on.
I ask like I'm actually paying attention to anything they're saying. I would actually follow this if I had ever read any of their dialogue, but I mean, it's a Pokemon game. I'm just gonna win the day with the power of friendship or something after all of this, anyways, right?
Whoa, maybe.
probably.
We should make a with your Pokemon alternative. We should make it to where like the game changing equalizer is a gun, like Pokemon AK-47 edition.
But but you got to treat it like the Master Ball. Like you don't just get bullets all over the place. And gym leaders do PCP so they can shrug off bullets.
Yeah, it's true. You'd have to have like some kind of type that's immune to bullets.
Steel type. Video is buffering. Use the low latency toggle under the advanced menu. It's oh my god. Just do it. Don't tell me about it. Okay. Now the stream's back up.
The Sky Pillar. What the fuck is the Sky Pillar?
That sounds pretty self-explanatory, but I can tell you if you want.
I mean, I don't know
That's
how to get to the sky. Back
okay.
from the sky.
So
Just
I
look
don't
up.
know if this is the Pokemon or not, but I've seen a video of in one of the Pokemon games you get Latios and Latias, and you can actually fly around in the air above the map as them.
Back to the sky, I don't know how, because when I fly, I don't go there. Back to the sky, I hope I don't die to do the thing worth. Oh, fuck, I don't even know anymore. Back to the Nipple Hut Village.
Do the thing,
Through the woods to do the
do the
thing that makes the
thing worth
story
doing by.
happening. We should do.
There's-
I want to do that MC Mori as one of our art specials. We don't have to do the actual full thing, just the trailer for Through the Woods. And we can really explore
yeah.
the unnecessary juxtaposition of like Oedipus complexes in there.
When you go into the woods, you end up
You come into the
It
woods
makes
a boy,
sense,
you
you know.
come out a man.
I don't know what you've been doing in the woods,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
stuff we've been doing in my woods can't be spoken about. Gotta keep it in the hush hush. Quiet. Dangerous.
Down in the woods, we gonna make you feel like a piggy. No,
You
nothing.
can't
Okay.
do what these people do to trees and then return to mankind like nothing happened.
Well, that's the secret. Is like if you make sure there's no survivors and you censor all of your opponents, you can just do all the most horrible things in the world and just just pretend like it never happened. If someone challenges you on it, just say, "We're not going to talk about that."
Yeah.
If I pretend it's not real, it's like it's not real.
That's the secret to
After
feminine
that,
forms of power.
I think you know
Sorry,
what
what?
I mean.
God, I'm so sick of water. I kind of want to just help the volcano guys just because I'm so sick of these water routes. Is that an option? Can you just join the volcano guys?
I don't know. I really don't know. Do you want to be a volcano guy? Is that what you want out of life?
Hmm.
'Cause I'm telling you, you should just go to college. If what you want is to be a volcano guy, go to college.
Okay, so
Okay.
I
Got a
knew
point.
I knew it had to be the weird Evertale mysterious tower was the sky pillar. There's literally nowhere else left on the map.
In any of the regions, right? Like you've already finished everything else.
Well, no, we still have Unova left, and I might squeeze in Johto if we need to buy some time before we transition to the Pokemon experiences.
Wait. Did you just imply that they added Johto?
No, no, no.
Okay.
I'll explain it later. I don't want to do too much of that thing where you talk about what you're going to do. Like it's not. I already did that once last time. I'm not going to do it again.
Cool.
But yeah, we got some stuff in the works. Don't worry. But Unova is definitely next because Unova is just such a mind fuck. What the? Oh, is this going to be a boss like Giratina was? Is he going to
I
summon
don't
those
know.
birds?
Yeah, I don't know.
What's pit Raptors? But those didn't
Talking
even
about
exist.
Quentin Tarantino?
What?
You're talking about Quentin Tarantino? I think.
Oh, in another one, there's a legendary that you would catch, but in this MMO remake, they transformed it to where now it's just a boss fight. And I thought I was going to fight that guy, but it seems like he's just going to be like, "All right, now y'all stop fighting. Y'all causing all these
Right.
problems." Oh,
Right.
interesting. It just disappeared. Wow, they just entirely cut it from the game entirely. Wow. So they just wow. Okay. Yeah.
What happened?
Much like the baton pass, they just decided it was too much and cut it.
It's just too much.
Yeah, and I guess we're just gonna let these guys go, even though they were trying to. Yeah, we're just gonna try to understand them because that was the problem, with Stalin and Hitler and Mao. No one really tried to understand them. If someone had just tried to understand their point of view, that would have
That's
fixed fucking
true.
everything.
And
That's a fair point, actually.
if we just hugged our enemies, we'd all have COVID.
That's right. And we would have gotten it over with by now. That's it. That's right.
I mean, I don't know about you. I got COVID once for like a day or two. It was basically just a diet version of a cold, and have not gotten it since. Is long COVID still a thing?
Uh,
All of it.
I don't know. I keep my eyes out for long cons lately.
Well, I mean,
It's very specific. It depends who you ask.
stay tuned
Like,
on COVID. COVID's going to be one of the longest cons in our history.
COVID, when did you know you truly had captured the people? When did you realize you had them in the palm of your sickness?
If I had the people in the palm of my hand, do you think I'd be doing this?
Super effective moves on a Goldeen.
Yeah.
Did you just do Giga Drain?
Yes, I did. I did Giga Drain.
That all sounded like
Because he could also have had Thunder Punch.
This is an interesting.
that Thunder Punch.
No, Thunder Punch is terrible on Gengar, really, because it's a physical attack. I did not know this was the move that existed. Poison Tail. It's a 50 power, and it's got like +1 chance to crit hit.
Nice.
Oh wow, this leader Juan has a pretty nice Master of Ceremonies get up there.
Uh-oh. Look
Uh-oh.
out, drama. He's already looking to
Uh-oh.
replace you. He's looking at this Juan
Motherfucker.
all.
Motherfucker. You stick your neck out, try to do something. Motherfuckers try to take you down. Gotta protect your neck, man.
No, so you don't understand. We are going to kidnap him, and we're going to take his Master of Ceremonies outfit. We're going to get it tailored just for you, buddy. And then I don't know, we can just like throw
No,
him in
fuck
the.
that. And I'm gonna make a better one. I'm not using it. Fuck that dude.
Oh no, don't worry. We'll take him.
I
We'll
don't
take him to
need
the Sky Pillar, which is, I guess, where they take all the gay Pokemon when they throw them off of it.
thank God.
Yeah, no one will notice him
Glad
amongst all
to hear
the
it.
M for M Dittos and Magikarps down there. Hey, I'm not saying I
You know
support it.
what
It's just very clear that the
I say?
Pokemon universe is not LGBTQIA ZP plus inclusive. So what's going to be after bestiality and pedophiles?
The Roman alphabet.
Support for mail. I like mail for mail. Like if somebody takes the time to send me mail, I'm gonna send it back. Like mail for mail.
I'm sorry, my brain was just blown by the idea for an amazing M for M romance about two postal workers called Mail for Mail.
I already love it.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Good.
sometimes love just demands you drop the load.
Yikes.
Oh, was that the line?
That was the line. No. When you say load, what is this? Oh, I can't read that, but it's the tiniest little number ever to tell me how many safari balls I have left.
Oh, you're in the
Oh shit!
Safari Zone right now.
Yeah, I beat Sabrina.
Welcome to the Safari Zone.
Oh no, Professor Oak's getting a little too excited again.
They definitely missed out on a great referential opportunity when they didn't give the Safari Zone some kind of, Jurassic Park dude with some kind of
Oh yeah,
bug type
that would
Pokemon
have
stuck in
been
amber.
great. That would have been great.
Yeah. Good point.
If only.
If only. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I guess I'll go left this time in the Safari Zone. I just want to find Surf or the fucking, if I remember correctly, it's like you find the wooden teeth and you give them to some old dude and he gives you Surf. It's some shit like that.
Oh yeah, you have to find his teeth and give it to him. I think I had to do that last week.
Nice.
You're a week
Never,
long.
never, never asked too many questions about why his teeth were just kind of, sitting out there.
Some people get off to their teeth being like that.
Certainly won't.
I'm still trying to figure out. Oh my god! Oh god! Right as I'm about to mention the fact that in the Pokemon universe they would do that thing in the Flintstones where they just use Pokemon as different like things that they would use in their everyday life, and then this plumbus of a creature comes out.
What the hell is that?
I don't know, but I know it would do unspeakable things to you at a spa.
Uh,
Sklork, it's a living.
it's sad.
Oh, hey, Hokos, we have another bot this time. It's Rod CGQ.
Hello, Rod CGQ. I'm attracted to you. I feel that your ambiguity
Oh,
and lack of personality are defining to the means of having a stable, constructive relationship with criticism that flows unlike a river, like an ocean, both ways with an ebb and flow.
Well, this Pokemon that definitely looks like that fish that swims up your dick hole just used toxic. So I definitely want to figure out a way to do something about these bots.
yep.
This is like the third or fourth one that's come in on the streams, and I want to find out. I want to find some way to troll these accounts and fuck with them. But we'll definitely have to brainstorm and think of something. Something
It
must
is
be done.
totally a thing that happens in Twitch. Like, there's a lot of bots, and like every now and then, Twitch will go through and like delete the bots, and like a lot of people get mad because they're like, "No, that was like 80% of my viewership was bots." But like it's not really bad that Twitch is doing that, like getting rid of all the bot accounts.
Oh yeah, I mean, and the thing is, that's one thing I got used to on Twitter. Whenever they would just constantly ban all of my mutuals or shut down stuff or like change followers, I just don't really don't get too caught up in those numbers. Just do what you're gonna do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hmm. Oh wow,
Yep.
I believe it's time, Hocus. Do you know
Oh
what time
shit.
is to do?
What's it time for?
We're going to take on the Elite Four. Under the sea.
Oh
Under the
my god.
sea.
Gross.
I hope they cooperate. For as much as you suggested I catch and execute, they will
Yeah,
not let me catch
they
them.
will.
They are like, fuck you to hell.
Now you are choking. Soon you'll be
Fuck
floating
you,
under the sea.
So I need surf to get surf? No, that can't be right. That can't be surf. That's got to be something else.
Needing surf to get no, it wouldn't. You would only need to get surf in order to use surf if it were a job interview.
Search for the secret house? What? Oh my god, you guys are racist. Let me teach you how to differentiate between 151 kinds of Pokemon and let you know which ones deserve to be fed and which ones don't, based on how they look.
Easy.
Pokemon. Boom.
I'm just imagining some kind of like African priest judging the Pokemon, but by the tenets of like that weird ass Enochian Christianity that's more like occult mysticism than actual Christianity.
In the beginning, there were 4 Pokemon.
Oh no, the Enochian. The funny thing is the Book of Enoch in a lot of ways does make the Bible make more sense. Um, but it's literally like it's the one that's the most tied to Gnosticism and the Nag Hammadi scriptures. It's the one where I believe it's Enoch is basically taken up in a crystal starship by the angels and just kind of shown the four corners of the world and the portals through which the winds and the waters flow. It's pretty metal, honestly.
Hmm. I don't think I've read that one,
Oh, it's a
but
trip.
I am aware of it. But
Hmm. Maybe I'll have to find a way to incorporate it into some of our other projects in the mix. Okay, God, I'm just, no, God. Right as I'm about to say, I'm so happy to just be done with Ho, and I've just
at
got this
least it
fucking,
wasn't a double. At least it wasn't a double battle. Although it's likely that the other trainer will grab you into a battle before you can like really make an escape.
yeah, I was gonna say, I wish it was a double battle because then I could just finish this tedium quickly enough. But no, in this one, they haven't, that function was not implemented in this one, so it's one at a time,
Uh,
back to back. A human centipede of trainers.
so this will be the third or the fourth Elite Four that you beat.
Third.
You heard it here, ladies. This is going to be his third Elite Four. So if you want a trainer that's got the experience and the cojones to take out Lance in more than one region,
Yeah, nothing gets them wet like telling me you have all 8 badges in the Diddle region.
That's true. Literally nothing works like that does.
I got a badge
For
in getting
sure.
off when they get off.
whoa, he's manly.
I mean that the funny thing is that you could actually like that is yeah. One more time. We seem to be having some technical difficulties.
Guess so.
Yeah, it's fine. This is all a work in progress. Life is a work in progress, and we are dancing the dance of life.
True.
Oh God! Now it's speaking of dancing the dance of life. Just swim, cycle, and then run a marathon and a triathlon. Is it all in the water?
It's all underwater, one breath.
Oh man, I would love to see underwater bicycle races. I would watch that. If they actually made an ESPN 8 The
And
Ocho, I would
all
watch
underwater,
that.
one breath. That should be a band. It's all underwater, one breath, just like all one bird.
You take one big breath and then you go into this underwater ring track that you race in, and they add no more oxygen. The racer who gets the furthest before passing out wins.
That sounds like those really. I remember reading an article years ago where they were talking about making fighting games into extreme sports.
Why not? If Call of Duty and Halo are extreme sports, why not?
Well, I mean, what the way they were going to make the fighting game an extreme sport was that both of you are playing the fighting game, and you're sitting in a chair, and you have a machine attached to you that draws out your blood. So every time your opponent hits you and does damage, it would take a certain amount of blood out of you, like a video
Okay.
game death match.
Have machines
I don't
like
hate it.
they kind of like bud vibrate you typically, like Shocker does or whatever. They already have machines like that you or suits or whatever that you add to like a gaming chair or whatever. That when you get shot in a certain part, that part will like hurt, like vibrate or whatever. Which I guess would be a rudimentary form of that.
Oh wow! So what you're saying is you're agreeing to us live streaming us playing that. Perfect. The contract is sealed.
You have it here, audio recorded 4,000 years before our live event.
All right, another victory road. Why is it always a cave? Who is this chub? What? Well, oh, it's the society guy. It's the guy from the beginning who looked like the dude in society who gets shunted first, so we know what shuntings are. Oh, oh, I'm gonna shunt the fuck out of you. That's kind of what it looked like, actually, that Altaria.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Sounds like a word that starts with C.
It's funny because that's when I first watched Society while I was in the process of watching it, they kept using the phrase shunt, and so I kept looking it up, thinking, okay, well, what's this about? What are they going to do? What's this? What's going on? And I kept getting different definitions, like uh, a method that's used of joining multiple rail cars together, and also a medical procedure where you insert a tube and then distribute fluid from one part of the body to another, usually from the brain. And I was like, "Oh man, that's about what that scene is like."
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like it. Sounds horrible.
Oh
Whoa.
no, we're definitely having a human centipede of technical issues tonight, but it's fine. You live and you
Ooh.
learn, and then you yell at Xfinity in the morning.
And they pretend they don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, of course. I am not in India. I am an American from Texas land.
I live in Houston, Pakistan.
I am from Manhattan, Manhattan, New Delhi. I'm glad we're doing this because I don't think we've made fun I want to make fun of everyone equally, and we'll keep a counter. We'll keep a racism counter. Maybe I'll make a racism alarm or something.
I mean, if you want, I'm not peculiar about keeping track. I'll just say whatever, and that's good enough.
Well, no, we have to develop critical consciousness.
But us practicing critical consciousness does not mean that the receivers of the comedy will be practicing
I'm not
critical.
entirely sure what it means, but I think it's making things mean whatever you want in order to water bunnies.
I'll tell you what, I found the gold teeth, so now I can go get surf, and then I can go back to Cinnabar Island and surf to the fucking Seafoam Island. Get over with.
Phenomenal. Everyone's
I
making
love that there's a
progress.
sign. There's a sign that says like looking for the gold teeth, the warden's willing to pay a reward. And then like 10 steps from there, like visibly from there, you can see the gold teeth on the ground.
It's kind of funny. Like, you're supposed to. Okay, so it has you doing this quest to get the gold. You find the gold teeth, you get the HM, so you learn surf. Everyone else has to know surf too in order to progress. All these ace trainers had to know surf in order to make it this far.
Mhm.
So I guess my question is, does he just like lose his teeth all the time?
Or he's just an irresponsible asshole who fucking like likes to spit his teeth up 40 feet in the air and then try to catch them back in his mouth and yeah,
All I
loses his
heard was
teeth all the time.
all I heard was lose your teeth all the time, and I think that's a terrible motto to have as you go through life.
Lose your teeth all the time. You've got them in your
I don't
head. You can
know,
grow more of
dude.
them.
You haven't been to these retirement homes, these geriatric homes. People are losing their teeth all the time.
Well, that's just because of all the orgies.
Secret 4Gs.
No, it's not really a secret. Everyone knows that old people be banging like mad. And I mean, why shouldn't they? What else are they
Yeah, but
supposed
it's
to
what they
do?
forget. They forget that they just did it, and they forget who they did it with, so they do it again just to make sure. They're like, "Oh, Cindy, I'm sorry, I forgot to tap that. Give me 1 second." Linda, oh my bad, Linda, please, I'll tap it right now. That way, you don't have to have hurt feelings. I'm a considerate guy like that, Linda. Oh my goodness, Sheila, I will tap that after my 3:30 appointment. Everybody will get a cut. Do not worry. Taps all around.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
don't know where that.
you say that like it's bad behavior or something, but I mean that's that exact same outlook and behavior is why monkeypox is a problem for demographics.
I never thought about that. You hear that, old people?
He's
You
got a
need to be having
point.
responsible sex too, not just the young people whom are aborting all the babies, but you old people whom aren't aborting babies need to have responsible
I
sex.
think I think everyone here has a point. You know.
Hasta dasta bisawa. We are the world. Everyone is valid. Everyone is right. Even when they disagree, they will all
Hey,
become one in the liberal
hey,
international economy. Hasta dasta bisawa. If you don't obey,
pasta,
then you're a
pasta,
racist.
pizza,
Hasta dasta
whatever this
bisawa.
pasta, pasta, pista, pasta.
You never
Pasta,
seen
pasta, al dente, pasta.
Pissing in the pasta bowl.
You've never seen. I mean, I can't be the only one who knows this trope of like that Brookstone type ad where it's like you see the noble, African Serengeti or the savannah in the distance, and then You hear some sort of like "Kuminamenanehaneha, there were higher, hey," and it's just some kind of corporate marketing campaign to give us the idea of some connection to the earth or some sort of connection to pure, unprivileged, downtrodden people.
I'm not sure, but I love it. Whatever it was that you just said.
It's just a quest for some kind of absolution in a world where God is dead. That's all, really.
What if I got those words tattooed on me? Hama hama himbo shabesha, or whatever that was.
I believe it's from a Pure Moods album that I got from my aunt when I was very young, and I will find it and I will bring it to you.
Now that's what I call Pure Moods 5.
I believe it had the X-Files theme on it.
No way.
Yeah, including an Anya song. I believe it was Orinoco Flow.
That Anya song. Anya, Anya, Anya says. Anya, Anya, Anya Perez.
Anya Perez sounds
Yeah.
like the name of one of those kids the Disney Corporation would bioengineer just to be in one of their sitcoms. I almost said
She would be so
shitcoms,
lucky.
but that would have been just as adequate.
If she would be so lucky, more than not though, she's probably one of the people wearing the Mickey Mouse outfits at Disney.
How many people
Yeah.
do you think die of heat stroke from those things every year?
Not enough.
That's
Not
true. I
enough.
think
At
we can
least
do better.
12. I'm sure more though.
God,
There's
just
still people
12?
who dream. There's people who dream of growing up
But
and
at
being a
least.
mascot for a baseball team.
Fair
Hmm.
point.
What motivates someone to want to become a mascot? Like, I understand why someone wants to be a mascot at Disney. Like, we all know the sad short story that makes that happen. But what makes one want to be a what the? I feel like I'm being assaulted by 5 sports mascots as we speak.
Non
Oof.
sequitur processing.
Those are some
Non
big
sequitur
boys. Let's not run away
processing.
from that.
And
I need Flash
um
too. What the shit?
I mean, I'm about to get to season 4 of Bob's Burgers chronologically, and I don't have all the answers yet for why a boy might want to become a mascot, but that's kind of Gene's story, so I'll let you know as I figure things out from watching it.
You're right. That is kind of Gene's story. Yeah.
That would
And at
be one
least
of
one
his
episode.
stories.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, maybe it's time we just called it a break for today. We we've done a lot.
Break the
We
day.
stopped a kaiju. We turned off a weather machine. We learned a lot about ourselves, and in the process, we learned about a lot about those.
Hey, language.
I was going to say those nice, true women, Doctor Robotniks that we met. Nothing untoward. Nothing untoward at all. But
The
yeah,
Pokemon Center ladies.
For it all.
perhaps we should call it quits here for the evening. We'll see you all next time. Same time, same Pokemon place.
Yeah. Catch you guys poking later.